kids, and welcome back to our Disney Plus and Marvel Plus live reaction of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, titled
Jurassic Moon.
It is part 2 of our two-part finale. Normally we'd review these type of things together, but in this instance I felt it was good to sort of stew on it a bit and keep everyone in suspense, even though I suspect a lot of you have probably already watched this weeks ago. But even so, I've been gearing myself up for this big finale and wondering exactly what's going to go down. We discovered, along with Lunella, who the original Moon Girl is, and to her surprise, but not ours, Mimi was the original Moon Girl. Why did she disappear all those years? Well, it turns out that she was a scientist who worked with another fellow scientist who turned evil. Haven't heard of that before in the MCU, no siree. But his evil goes a little bit beyond that. It starts off justifiable with the government taking credit for his and Mimi's invention, until they realize that their invention is able to open the doorway to other dimensions. You know, the whole multiverse thing that Marvel's really into right now. And unfortunately, he wanted to use it for nefarious means, which is why she destroyed that and went on the run. And because Lunella has been, pretty much shining a spotlight on herself as the new Moon Girl, eventually the guy managed to track her down to her lab as well as Mimi. And while they both got captured, Lunella was able to escape, but Mimi stayed behind so that way her partner would not go after the rest of her family again. Unfortunately, because Lunella destroyed the machine that she used to bring Devil into this time, it ended up exploding, possibly killing Devil. We know that's not going to happen. They're not going to kill one of the title characters within the first season. That just makes no sense. So we're going to see exactly how all this goes down, how Devil comes back, how Lunella saves her grandmother, and how she faces down this new bad guy, what was his name,
Modoc?
Yeah.
Morlack.
It's not Modoc. Morlack, that's what his name was. Played by Wesley Snipes, aka Blade. This will be rather interesting, because I want to see if they actually do open up the gateways, and if that means other heroes and villains and characters come into the mix. I have a feeling they will, because as we saw in that one episode, the Adolescence episode, we've seen a bunch of future stuff which may or may not come true, one of which showed Moon Girl's alter ego, which I know is a thing in the comics. So it's very possible this is going to open up a whole slew of things for her to deal with. With that being said, let's get on to the finale of Moon Girl and see exactly how she saves the original OMG.
Let's get straight to it.
Yep, we know things are serial.
Oh, hello. Beyonder here.
I knew he'd show up.
Being all-knowing like me, you probably need some catching up. So, let's get our previously on.
I just did that, Beyonder.
But how can Mimi rebuild the portal, you ask? Because, bum bum bum, Mimi is the original Moon Girl.
Hey, gasp.
MGee.
Roll credits.
We left off. That malodorous Morlack blew up Moon Girl's lab. With poor Devil inside. Oh, thank you. Now, let's see what happens.
I could lend a hand, but nah. Yep, I knew he lived.
Devil! You're alive! Lunella!
Silly bitch, explosives can't have harmed me.
Oh, I love you, you big dumb lizard! So, what did I miss? Okay.
You already know this part.
Skip.
Pass this part. In fact, let's never play this part again.
While I respect old people generally and am terrified of Mimi specifically, I think this is the one time we get to disobey her. We need backup. Call Agent Hill and about that. I may have abused my text message. We have to do this on our own. I lost my lab, my tech, my Mimi, and my hero. But you still have us. And I have this. Your vision board? Yes, but easily converted into a detective board. I watch a lot of crime shows.
Of course she does.
Clues on this bad boy. We don't have tech, but we do have yarn.
The power of yarn.
Ooh, and it has some bee stickers.
Because the bee puns.
What you got, bud?
I think he's got a hairball. Oh.
Ew.
Right
Yeah.
here. They use flecked glass as the laser's partial reflector. I'm I've never seen anything like that. I have. This is from a stained glass window. Those flecks mean it's genuine confetti glass designed by Titian Lamour, and this particular color was all the rage in late 19th century mansions. What? I watch a lot of home renovations. Well, hold on, wait a minute.
Okay, that definitely narrows things down.
That means it's an old mansion.
Island with a large mansion on the grounds? This has gotta be where the Enclave's hideout is. I don't even have my suit. Fortunately, I've been saving this for a special occasion. Drum roll, please! The Moon Girl sequence down two! These are two-sided sequins. A brush in this way, and it's glam glam, thank you, ma'am. Brush on this way, and the ultra fluffy silver makes it all super cheeky, stealthy, sneaky.
So she basically turned into Ghost.
So we can sneak past the paparazzi. Hey, this is genius! Right? Fashion is a STEM career. Sewing, textiles,
She's basically Edna mode. Makes clothing designed to turn invisible.
And there's no cape.
Supercharge me. You two are seriously quiet. I am at Flu, always and forever.
No.
But what's to stop the sequence from flipping back while you're moving around?
No one will see us coming.
I wonder how this is gonna go wrong. Da-dun, 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 da-dun. Oh, poor Devil.
And I don't even want to know how he smells after doing that in the East River.
Ugh.
That's gotta be where they're keeping Mimi.
That doesn't scream evil lab or anything.
Nobody writes code that makes my portal seem like Moon Girl.
Go away and let me work.
Oh, you really think I'm gonna leave you alone to mess with my baby? Nah.
You can open the door for all those monsters. Rebuilding
Well,
it.
finally give me the credit I deserve. The credit you deserve.
I don't want my name anywhere near this.
How can you even fix your mouth to say that? All I needed was some acknowledgement. That my work mattered. That I mattered.
So this is all an ego thing for him.
Of course it is.
Like, he doesn't even want to use it to, like, bring any creatures or gain power or knowledge or anything. He just wants the credit. Which, again, I get, but still. Yay, late night pizza.
Of course you mattered.
Not to them. They didn't just fire us from the project, Mira. They erased us. Today I became a solo artist. And now my album's gonna drop, and the whole world's gonna recognize my talents. Like my mama always said, can't ignore a man with an army of interdimensional monsters. It's time to...
You do realize that some people become one-hit wonders, right? And when I say some, I mean a lot.
There are better ways to feel the sun on your face.
And how would you know? You've been hiding for years, wasting that beautiful mind, slinging lemon pepper wings in some rinky-dink rick. Does your family even know who you really are?
Clearly not.
Just trying to protect them.
Remember, I know where they live.
So basically, you're either going to have to kill this guy, have some excessive leverage on him, or wipe his memory to defeat him.
Or throw him into another dimension.
And once I sneak inside and get Mimi, exactly. Okay, D. Time for a good old slip and dip.
I don't get how that hides her face, though. That's the only thing that bothers me about her outfit.
I watch a lot of Ghost Town cardio videos. Ring the doorbell, big guy.
I guess she learned after her brief stint as a Moon Girl.
Come on, she's just a kid.
Come and get some kudos, Come
Come and get some!
Tidy up, my dear. We've got guests.
Hopefully she puts a self-destruct thing in it.
Kites, Lunella. You trying to get me an express train to the pearly gates?
I'm here to save you.
Oh, baby girl, you can't save me now. I'm here trying to save you.
That's crazy. Let's just smash this thing and jet out of here.
Don't you
No.
understand?
Create a portal and then shove him into it.
Now he knows who you are, who your parents are, who my husband is.
There's gotta be another way. We can figure out how to beat him together. I am a superhero, you know.
I know. I've known all along.
Mm-hmm.
For real?
A black girl running around New York using my old code name and with a dinosaur wasn't hard to figure out. Someone built my invention. Yesterday wasn't the first time I was down there, you know. You think that super suit of yours just debunks itself?
Yeah.
It always was. Why didn't you ever say anything?
You needed to do this on your own.
That's just it, Mimi. I was never on my own.
I can't do this song on my own. No, I'm no Superman.
Aw. Granddad was a hunk.
I mean, he's still pretty sharp looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a silver fox.
Yeah.
Now his trips to Xanadu. So it was her fault that she got into science.
You all were always there to catch me. How did you get so wise?
Good genes.
Nah.
Oh, two phases of the same Moon Girl.
Ooh. Ooh. It's like that Doctor Who episode where Donna got the bug on her back.
Great, he's bringing in the Paradox Pokemon.
Yeah. That's some Lovecraftian shit right there. Well, great. They could have formed a plan, but no, they had to reflect on the past. And now look what happened.
You really think you can control these things, Maris?
I've been studying their DNA since I snagged a piece of it, so I can make this. They'll do what I want when I want.
Just
That's
because
convenient.
someone wants to disobey you doesn't mean we will. Nothing can stop us from stopping you. You do have a plan to stop it.
50% plan, 50% God, but you know, it just might work.
Get out of here with you. That's brilliant.
You ready to jam, Moon Girl?
You know it, Moon Girl. Moon Girl magic.
Ooh, creating our own mix track here. You know, this is a mid-season finale. They're bringing back the original song, like any good anime. Level complete. Ding.
You've got brains, Maris, but you've got no imagination.
But I gotta admit, still got that style.
It's my chance to make my mark on the world.
Please, Maris, you can stop this.
It's too late.
It's too late.
Yep.
Yup.
Hey,
Called it.
Ooh!
Miriam, help me!
Don't do it. It's a trap.
Oh, Maris, I always saw you.
Dude, he's gonna trap you with him.
Maris!
She's in science mode now.
It'll only work.
It'll only work if they're on opposite sides of the portal.
Oh no.
I cannot let
You know it's the only way. I love you, Mimi. To the moon and back.
She really doing this?
That's what heroes do.
Ooh. Okay, did not expect that.
We're gonna get her back. We're gonna get her back.
Well
Okay.
then.
I heard there's an after credits.
Oh. It damn well better be.
Aw, look at those little Paradox Pokemons.
Aww. They look like these corrupted gems from Steven Universe. Is this gonna be like Loki at the end when he went to the end of the world thing?
Where am I?
That's it? We didn't even see anything? Bullshit. Well, color me surprised. I can't believe they did that. Like, I knew the whole thing with Morlack was gonna happen, because that's the only fucking way to get that guy out of the picture without killing him. But for Lunella to actually do the same, that was a shocker. I mean, I guess they thought maybe they were getting too comfortable with her just being around the city, just doing the usual Spider-Man everyday things. So they wanted to spice it up with, like, interdimensional stuff. Which, you know, I'm not complaining. Like, I half expected her grandmother to go through as well.
I half expected that, too.
Because I expected her to save him, but he drags her back with him, and it become a thing of them trying to find her. But no, it's the opposite. It's Lunella who does that. Furthermore, she's stuck in another dimension without her Moon Girl tech, without Devil, without Casey. So what the hell is she gonna do now?
Wait. Or try to build her own with whatever she can find in the other dimension. Who knows? We don't even know what's in the other dimension.
I suppose, but it's not like she has these blueprints or anything. 'Cause keep in mind, she was able to make it work like once, but then wasn't able to like replicate the stuff needed to power it. Well, I think she did it once to bring Devil. That was about it. She wasn't able to do it again.
I am curious as to why the ring that was on Morlack's hand did not go with him into the portal.
Symbolism?
Didn't he almost like completely go in, but the thing came right off of his finger?
I know, it technically should have went in with him, but again, I think it was a whole symbolic thing. Like, maybe at that very end was when he finally realized what the fuck he was doing. And had Mimi been able to actually rescue him, he would have been apologetic. I'd like to think that, but I don't know.
Perhaps there's a redemption arc for him coming up.
I suppose. Because if he got sucked there, then that means the two could potentially run into each other. And out of necessity, they might have to team up. Which I wouldn't mind because I like to hear more Wesley Snipes. But also, think about it too, they kind of need each other. The same way that he couldn't complete it without Mimi's help, he's gonna need Moon Girl to do the same.
So he's working with Moon Girl again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Now the question of what are they gonna find in this world? Because clearly it's gonna be an alternate dimension, where that means it's entirely alien, like those things that we saw come through, or if it's like just their dimension, just like an alternate timeline or something. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I am curious to see how Mimi explains all this to her family. She's like, oh, hey, son, so bad news. I accidentally got your daughter sucked into an alternate dimension, but don't worry, I'm working on it.
I'd say it would be very hard, but on the other hand, look at the fact that we got Devil Dinosaur running around in the streets. That's been normalized and all the type of kooky villains.
But now he also has to tell him, like, oh yeah, by the way, your daughter was also Moon Girl, and she's been hanging out with a dinosaur that she brought back from another time.
It's like, yeah. At the same time, I think, given the way the world is right now, it won't be quite as hard to comprehend.
I know, the MCU's seen enough weird-ass shit where, like, it's kind of normalized at this point. Heck, we still got a friggin' giant thing sticking out of the planet that the Eternals tries to resurrect, and nobody's addressed it for the last 6 movies that came out. So yeah, I can see them not being maybe as surprised, but still pretty pissed off that her grandmother lost her in that way. I just hope Mimi can actually rebuild it with what materials Morlack left behind. Although it's possible she can meet up with an alternate version of Devil and Casey, which again would help, or maybe even an alternate version of herself. The point is, there's a lot of possibilities here. I'm honestly all for it. I never expected this show to go in that direction, because again, I figured this would be a sort of like Spider-Man thing, which when you think about it in correlation, is kind of the same. He starts off as a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. A lot of his fights is sort of down to earth with typical thugs and villains and stuff, but then he gets more high tier with the specialized villains like the evil scientists, the magical beings, and
anybody
then
that Kingpin sends his way.
And then we start getting into multiverse interdimensional shit. And then space. Because, once you go to space, there's nowhere else to go. I like the direction it's going. I didn't expect them to do it that soon, but honestly, I'm all for it. As far as we know, no set date for when that's going to premiere. If I had to guess, probably like a couple of months from now. Probably in the fall, if I had to guess.
Most likely, yeah.
Although then again, it also depends whether or not they finished it before the writer's strike.
Right.
As far as I've heard, I believe they've already greenlit season 2, so it's all a matter of what's going to happen as a result of the writer's strike, if it's going to get delayed or if they're going to have to maybe change a few things. We're going to have to wait and see. But yeah, our overall take on Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur season 1, I'm really digging it. They said this was a shot in the dark. I had no knowledge of Moon Girl going in. I just knew it was a Marvel property. I thought it was interesting given that they're basically giving what's typically a Disney-esque show like a Marvel twist to it. And it's working extremely well. So I was very pleasantly surprised by this. Very impressed too, given the artwork, the storytelling, the voice acting, the music. I've really been enjoying this. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty much of your mind there. The art, definitely, that whole stylization, them throwing in, Maria Hill, and a brief moment with Sam Wilson, Captain America.
It's like, it could technically exist as its own thing, but they throw in enough connections to the MCU to make you realize, yeah, it still technically is kind of in the same universe. Yeah. Or at least a version of it that we know. But even so, like, the characters in and of themselves are very well written, very endearing. I love watching, like, her exploits. She has to go through a lot of personal lessons, a lot of growth, but then again, she's a 12-year-old girl, so it makes sense. But even so, there are lessons that anybody can relate with. Especially people of African American heritage. This is especially catered to them. And I think it actually does a good lesson teaching other people of other races the issues that they go through in a way that, they can relate with. But now that we're getting into interdimensional stuff, pretty much anything goes at this point. So yeah, like I said, no idea when this comes back quite yet, but of course, we'll keep you all informed. Like I said, probably look in the fall for when this comes back. But,
and we are going to be moving soon.
Yeah, next time you see us, we're going to be at a brand new location. So we might actually get some Moon Girl merch by this point. I hope. I've been looking for that stuff. Because I know for a fact they actually have Moon Girl characters in Disney World now. Which means they definitely got to be making some merch soon. Which they damn well better. Because I'm so sick of all these shows that we're watching having so little merch from Disney. It's like, you are missing out on like a gold mine here. I should not have to go to like Etsy and Hot Topic for things that Disney should be selling in their own store. But point is, like, we are gonna find things, come hell or high water. But in the meantime, thank you all for joining us on this new endeavor. Like I said, we definitely plan to stick with it, definitely plan to continue. So until next time, when we see what happens to Lunella in this brand new dimension, I'm Kat MacBerrie.
I'm Doug MacBerrie. Just keep reaching for the moon.
Moon Girl magic.
Now you know.
Thought you knew, baby.